Absolutely.
Can I, and being serious for just a second.
Yeah. No,
if we can.
Moving on.
There's this like we were talking about misperceptions about things. People have a tendency to think that when you go to an improv show or something, people are there. It's like a stand-up comedy, seedy little smoke hanging in the room type of dive, where people are getting completely trashed and watching and heckling the people, and it's nothing like that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Although the theater for set is in the back of the fetish shop. The rack,
yeah,
but
sure is.
that just lends ambiance to the performance.
Exactly, it does. Now, our location
material.
is an interesting location out there in Commercial Center, but it's a really great little theater. It's perfect for improvisation, about a 90-seat house, and very intimate, but at the same time open enough so that if we get some new faces in, which we do from week to week, it's a great spot for them
And
to sit
set is now in its 5th year or 6th.
50th year, I think.
50th year.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's up there.
Oscar Goodman started when he had black hair.
5th or 6th year, yeah. It's going for a long time, and at the Onyx, it's been at least 5 years. So
Yeah.
That's awesome, and now that's every week, Monday.
Every Monday, which makes our audiences remarkably sober.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people throw down on a Monday night.
But and what's nice is that, and obviously groups that want to perform have to schedule in advance. You just can't show up and say, I'm performing tonight. You have to schedule in advance, and we'll get the information so that
Yes.
there are some local troops.
But that being said, it's an open show.
Sure.
If you do rehearse and you do have a group, we'll give you a slot, no problem.
Absolutely.
It's a very communal show.
We talk about different forms, the short form and long
Well,
form. Is it kind of a mix of that?
For the most part, it's a long-form presentational show. We have some short-form games from time to time, and like I said, when we've got our students going up, sometimes it's nice to kind of softball into some short-form stuff, because short-form games kind of have a little more success built into them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great way to get your feet wet. I don't like to focus on it too hardcore. I don't know if you'll back me on this, Matt, but I got a feeling like if you go too far
Screw
into
you, Paul.
this, if you go too far into the school of short form, it can make your long form suffer in the end.
They're just two different things.
Absolutely.
It's
Two
like
different
it's, I would say like I'll try to use a Vegas analogy. I would say like if you have two different types of poker games, eventually you kind of decide to play like one kind of poker, and when you do that, once you become a really great Hold'em player, then stud isn't as easy. Once you become a really big stud player, then Hold'em isn't as easy.
Are you a stud or are you
Me?
a
I'm
Hold'em?
a mare. I'm a delicate, fragile mare. Long,
Fragile.
flowing locks.
Is fragile
I'm
the
an old
funniest
maid.
word ever?
I've had the fortune to take classes here in Las Vegas when the Second City was here, and with Improv-Vegas, and I've had the opportunity to not only perform with both of you at different times, but also to learn under your tutelage. And I'm thrilled that you both are here. But
If you hesitate, I will turn that into a perverted joke.
I know, and we don't have. All we have is that we can't bleep you out.
Do you want to play with this? Here, I'll give it to you.
See, I'm going to take that out of context.
Simply give it back.
Return the favor.
Paul, you have been in Vegas doing improv longer than anyone else in this room.
Not by choice.
No,
That's right.
No, I guess.
Well,
technically.
you
No, the longer they're doing it in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean you've been doing it for at least as long as I have.
In Vegas.
No, I mean just in general.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so
sure.
let's go. When was the first time you did improv? For reals.
When I came out of my mother's room and I took a suggestion.
Balls! I started in '97.
My first one was actually
Not 97, 92,
in the
92.
uterus. The suggestion was you are a sperm and you
Oh,
are
wow.
an egg, and so the two of us.
What a scene you were pulling off.
Yeah, it's very long form.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
in my
very long form.
41st year of long form.
You do have me beat. I started 95.
Yeah, '92. But then I had like a 2-year hiatus, so it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah, Matt and I started about the same time. Although your longevity in it, because I've done a lot more regular theater where you have sustained significantly.
Yeah. They keep throwing me out of the regular theater, so I just go to the
You don't learn your lines.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's just
God.
like,
Well, I come and dress like Annie every time. No matter what the play is. I put on my curly red
Smoking a
wig,
cigar.
my little dress,
tomorrow.
and they're like, "Come back tomorrow."
Can I get a suggestion for an orphan whose name may or may not start with an A?
Can I have a depressing period of time around the 1930s?
Rhymes with Granny.
So many Harvey Firesteins.
I was gonna say we all went smoky voice.
Did we ever?
And I don't. When I come in as Annie, I'm Annie. And I
It's
just
true.
spoke
The
about it.
transformation is pretty amazing. It was a little scary. I wanted to throw you in my van. I'm not gonna lie.
By the way, van-worthy is the highest compliment Paul gives. A teacher or a friend.
Anyone, if anyone's, and I don't even have a van, but if you're worthy for me to throw into my imagined van, that's saying
Oh, that's
something.
gold.
Coming back to topic,
Any
I
topic
suppose.
whatsoever.
Paul is. I don't want to say the grandfather of improv in Vegas, but
Wow, I love
Why
I
not?
would say great-grandfather.
everyone in Las Vegas who does improvisation knows Paul, and everyone who knows Paul likes Paul.
Well, like just now, I was like, I know you. How do I know you? And
Yeah.
he led an improv session with my theater camp at Faith Lutheran High School,
Yeah.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was wonderful.
And
there's like five
you've
of you that came
you've done
out.
coaching for the Nevada Thespian Society.
Yep.
I get around. I've just been here. I've been here forever. That's
Well,
the thing.
and again, you had a lot of experience doing improv with the Star Trek experience.
Yes,
as well.
so that's what got me to Vegas was Star Trek: The Experience. I was here working with that for like 8-9 years. I left there to go do improv in California because there was no improv in Vegas. I ran screaming from LA, came back to Vegas. Not 2 months was I in Vegas when Second City opened up. I started with their training right off the bat, was in the first round of training stuff. Worked with them for 7 years. Through that time, ended up on the main stage with them here in Las Vegas at the Flamingo.
Only person to do that.
Yeah, only person to do that. I think I'm probably the only person that's ever gone through a program for Second City that wasn't in Toronto or Chicago that made it to a main stage production.
That's
which is
awesome.
kind of cool.
And my favorite joke, just to kind of cut back, one of my favorite jokes is, "Oh, you did improv in L.A. You must be good at Zip Zap Zop."
Yes, exactly. I did. Well, I took.
Which joke or not, Paul is vicious at that game.
I kill it. I kill it. I took classes with the Groundlings. That's where I got my little start in LA, which is great.
I just want to point out that your Kentucky accent's bigger than normal.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I've noticed that recently in the last
Yeah.
couple of days too. I think it's
Southern
because I'm in the
swagger's coming
sun.
out, yeah.
It's because I'm in the sun all the day.
In the
now?
sun.
It's not all the day now. He's not even using prepositions.
No, it's like a lot.
What do you do
The
when the
sun,
sun
it's
comes
like the-
whipping down the plane?
The G.I. Joe
Go for my
Destro doll,
Siri.
you turn blue and your Kentucky accent comes out?
Cobra Commander, what has happened to your accent?
I was just speaking as I normally do.
I don't think so.
That's scary.
You sounded very much like a Kentuckian.
Outrageous! Leave my throne room, Destro, and take Dr. Mindbender with you.
This is the moment of the interview where you're either in or out. You're listening right now. You're totally in.
There is
or
some
you're
poor
totally
soul
out
that
right
has
now.
just crashed into a telephone pole, switching channels.
It's not my fault. I'll grant you. That doesn't sound like the movie versions of Destro and Cobra Commander anymore, and that's sad.
Oh,
Oh,
that is sad.
For those of you that may not be familiar with Paul Mattingly, Paul is part of a fantastic web series called The Ugly Couch Show. And you can find more information about them at www.uglycouchshow, and that's couch as in sofa but spelled like couch, .com. All one word, no spaces.
That's right.
And they... You can explain it better, but it's just kind of a potpourri of nerd.
Yep, it's all nerd talk. If you're into video games, comic books, movies, that's where we start, and then we go deeper from there.
And do you guys still What's in My Mouth? Or
Yes, we do a segment on our video section called What's Going in My Mouth, where
Okay.
we try and get a strange or unpalatable thing to eat, and then watch each other squirm while eating it.
Yes.
We also do a podcast every week as well, so you can tune in for the video or the audio.
And you guys are celebrating what now?
We're coming up on 6 years.
6 years, fantastic.
Yep.
6 years of eating crazy crap.
Yep,
Excellent.
and they all live to tell.
they all did.
What's
So
the
far.
strangest thing you put in
There's a
your
couple
mouth?
of.
Whoa!
The strangest thing, the most disgusting thing
Her
was
name was...
Wasn't that
Nope.
like that thick soda you got from Japan that was like a,
that was bad. But
Expired.
the worst thing I've sipped on that show was Steven Seagal's Purple Lightning Energy drink. It was disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah,
Made from
so-
actual...
Steven
It,
Seagal.
yeah, I would not doubt if his essence was somewhere in there.
Ew.
It was disgusting.
It's like the dark crystal essence. It's like...
The Sketchies.
Well, as I it was supposed to be grape, and as I described it, it tasted as though someone had left a grape sucker on the floor of a bus for a long time, and then you placed
That's
that sucker
fantastic.
in the mouth. It wasn't fantastic.
I'm gonna leave.
With Paul Mattingly and Donnelly. We don't want to forget he's sitting over here so politely.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm fine. I honestly will talk about Paul all day.
Wait, you have
Don't sound sarcastic. I don't mean it that way. I really like Paul.
Matt,
I'm a huge fan of Paul.
you have your accomplishments as well, and again, I've been able to grace the stage with you guys in different shows here in Vegas. But you travel the country doing classes.
I do.
And that's fantastic because very few people in this room have ever made money doing improvisation.
That's probably. It's a paltry amount, but I guess I win in that category.
You're a rare breed.
I guess I do.
Where did you get your start?
Oh, I started at this Improv Jam in Red Bank, New Jersey, my hometown.
Is it like the happy hour jam or?
No, it was more of like
A real thing.
Oh,
But no.
There were
People on the radio
shots.
don't know that happy hour people are in the studio and then so just hit them hard. So no, I started. It was basically kind of like a comedy sports or Who's Line type of show, which had a cast that you got into. Or whatever.
okay.
And
Oh, so like theater where you had to audition?
yeah, I had to audition
Okay.
and practice.
As opposed to
learn.
the happy hour jam where
Anybody. I mean, like they literally. I've seen them take homeless people off the street and make them do zip-zaps.
we
gotta fill the
They
seats.
occasionally need to fill seats, and they don't have
Sounds a little more like
houseseats.com.
cough,
They have
wheeze, scream when the homeless people do it. Cough, wheeze, scream.
a dog.
I know you guys are hating, but Scumbone does great improv.
Scumbone.
Blind Lemon Jefferson.
I love.
Blind Lemon Jefferson. That's awesome.
This level zip.
Harvey Firestein, how'd you get that?
I've seen Bill Cosby.
That was Louis Armstrong. You are dead wrong.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong, what's going on? I lost my home.
I've seen bodies move.
Host his wife.
Dating game.
I shall play some short form. I think it's time. Long form's not the same.
We need to take a commercial so that we can all go up for air and then come back. You're listening to
to Louis Armstrong.
From beyond the grave, I'm talking to you. We're gonna definitely we can see.
Sweet Jesus. We're here with Matt Donnelly and Paul Mattingly, members of Set Improv Comedy Troupe, and this is Curtain Call with Eric Ball. We'll be back in just a minute.
Lord save us. G.I. Joe is never as fun.
No, it's not good anymore.
It took.
You taught him how to hit a baseball.
It's pretty good though. It took 17 minutes for voice.
awesome.
Yeah, only that's
Your
pretty good.
Warner was 14 and a half, so
What
I
not
don't know what that says about it.
And then again, and then in the next 5 minutes,
we
got that.
See, I don't know what to do without Jeff sitting here telling me to shut up.
Oh, the straight. Stop.
Would you cut his mic?
Every
Why are you helping him? Why would you give him material?
This is Jeff.
Can it? He's just. Why can't I have a soundboard?
Moving on.
Clown shoes.
Does he? Is there any other news we can do, or can we stop
There's
now?
other people around. Yeah, but when I'm just there by myself after school, he's just like. He gets.
I'm trying to say behind the picture.
We did the same thing. We did the same thing.
But I'm not doing it then.
Just fondle underneath it.
Freud never made so many similar jokes.
If this could safely come off, I'd have it jump onto my face. That would be.
That would be epic.
And this is still all being videotaped. So.
Oh no!
I would have been much more
Oh
entertaining.
no!
Yeah, so we got a half hour.
Oh no! My congressional run is in jeopardy.
Actually, not. It's probably way ahead now.
You're right.
I'd vote for you before I vote for Romney.
Knock,
Do
knock.
another 30 seconds.
No,
Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
That's your stand-up.
Trying to
bit?
be, trying to be funny for the camera.
Does this still go and they can watch this? They're gonna see this?
Oh, let's see this on YouTube.
Oh, okay, so then, okay, I got a funny knock-knock joke.
15 seconds.
Knock.
Who's there?
Two.
To who?
To whom?